the E-Class, the 5 Series, and the A6. These are the midsize sedans that used to define executive German motoring. But we all know the direction in which these types of automobiles are headed, as evidenced by the fact that Mercedes now sells twice as many SUVs as they do cars. So the question here is, will this 2021 refresh of the E-Class be enough to halt its precipitous sales decline?
This 10th generation E-Class debuted for the 2017 model year, at which point I had tested the entry-level E300 and was most impressed with its semi-autonomous driving capabilities, beautiful styling, and modern luxury. 4 years later, and the E-Class ratchets up the cabin tech, tweaks the exterior styling, and introduces a new electrified powertrain to this step-up E450 model. 4MATIC all-wheel drive is standard, and of course, there are all sorts of ways to upgrade and customize, just like this car has been, taking it from $62,000 to $82,000. Now that price scares me a little bit, but putting money aside for the moment, this E450 is a very satisfying way to travel. With the air suspension, rapid heating for the massaging leather seats, increased cabin isolation via acoustic and heat-absorbing glass, the fragrance atomizer, and a killer Burmester surround sound system, spending time in here is akin to a day at the spa, at least for those in the front.
Fitted with $20,000 in optional equipment, this E450 certainly isn't cheap, which is why I'm surprised that there are no heated rear seats, no climate controls, no USB ports, and no rear window sunshades. So a baby S-Class, it certainly isn't.
Up here is where it's at with the latest Mercedes touchscreen infotainment system. Widescreen displays that span from in front of the driver all the way to the central unit, and all of the latest technology found within, such as augmented video for navigation.
Hey Mercedes, I'm cold.
I'm increasing the temperature to 70 degrees.
The Mercedes Assistant that reacts to natural voice commands and hand gestures.
Directions to 1170 Western Avenue, Albany.
Route guidance to 1170 Western Avenue. Albany is starting.
And the best speech recognition software in the industry. It actually works as well as talking to your phone. But the big omission is still no wireless phone projection. And because USB-C is all there is, my iPhone here requires an adapter cable, making this area where the wireless charger is an annoying mess, while also taking the cup holders hostage. But by and large, this is an excellent, cutting-edge setup that I've previously experienced in other Mercedes models. Now, the screen is a bit of a reach, so you can also use this touchpad and some other redundant buttons to control it. But one change this year kind of bothers me. The little thumb pads on the steering wheel, which used to control this system, which I liked and found easy to use, have been replaced with touch sensors that require more finesse and busy up the wheel. But the level of features here and customization is off the charts. And that extends to the head-up display that shows as much or as little info as you want. And at night, the plethora of lighting schemes makes this one very cool cabin. If you want to wow your friends, take them for a spin after sunset.
3 years ago, this model's name was changed from E400 to E450 when the V6 was upgraded to produce more power. Here, it still produces the same 362 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque as before, but its 6 cylinders are now arranged in a row, and it receives a small boost from an electric motor that can provide a quick shot of up to 21 additional horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. So this car is quicker to 60 miles per hour by 1/10 of a second, but perceptually, it feels even more reactive than that. But this mild hybrid's main goal is not speed, it is fuel efficiency, and that has increased by 13% while extending the driving range by 64 miles.
It's called an integrated starter generator, and it's positioned between the engine and 9-speed transmission, combining the functions of a starter and an alternator. Leveraging the new 48-volt electrical system, which provides 4 times the juice as normal, it allows for power boosting and fuel-saving hybrid functions. super smooth and long event engine start-stop functionality, and an electric compressor that completely eliminates turbo lag. There are other benefits too, like making the engine shorter and lowering the noise level. To you, the driver, it translates to effortless, graceful power delivery and immediate, downright fast acceleration. It's shockingly quick in passing maneuvers. And this car is rated at 26 mpg in combined driving, on premium of course, which is very impressive considering the stealthy performance which lies within.
The hallmark characteristic of this E-Class is its beautifully soft, sumptuous, and dynamic drive. Now, the E450 has been designed to melt away stress and provide that buttery smooth experience. It's the strong silent type with robust power and impeccable handling in the luxury sedan vein. So go ahead and choose a massage program, up the fragrance level, and heat up all of the touch points. The E450 embodies relaxing precision and is an absolute delight to drive.
The handling, even on these downsized winter tires, is an education in eliminating body roll and holding the perfect line. Sport and Sport Plus drive modes modify the air ride as well as other drive components to heighten the excitement in a car that never gets ruffled. And then there's the semi-autonomous and safety stuff. Now, it's not hands-off super cruise good, but it's as close to that as anything else currently going, with lane change assist and long periods of hands-off driving if you wish to play with it in that manner. In stop-and-go traffic, there's very little you have to do as the driver.
I actually feel like the styling changes here are a bit of a step backwards. The front end now takes on a little bit of that droopy Hyundai Sonata look that I don't care for. And even here with the step-up engine in the E450, the overall design just doesn't move the excitement needle.
And that's probably my biggest turnoff. Now, I know the AMG variants exist for that sort of flash, and that the E is understated by design, but for 82 grand, I need a little more wow factor from outside my car. But the E450 is undoubtedly a rich, robust sedan with goodies for days that drives like a dream. Those still paying attention to cars will be rewarded. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammes.